Hi, nice to meet everybody. And tonight I'm gonna, I refocused and I think I'm gonna do more with music this month. And it happens that I have a little task to do. I want to be part of a new a cappella group and I need to learn a song. And actually, I had some sheets. I have a track where my part is recorded, so to say, from MIDI. And they gave this to me, and so I have to learn this now. And actually, I think I want to take you along the way how I do it. The problem is a little bit. I think the a cappella group is 5 people, and they have one beatboxer, and so it's 4 voices. But this sheet is 6 voices. So the first thing I have to do is find out whether I'm alto 1 or alto 2. And I already took a little peek inside and I found out that I'm both. It's all super mixed up. So that's the first thing we're going to do. I have to check out whether I'm alto 1 or alto 2. And then, yeah, I'm going to take you along the ride to check out the song. It's actually, I think it's a Beyonce song. Made over by the Swinger Singers, I think they call it. It's an a cappella group. It's called Swinger Ladies. I don't know if you know this song. I'm going to play it for you, or actually I'm going to play you the backing track. And I'm going to follow along and try to sing along already. To find out what the sheet means and what I need to learn. I'm gonna start this now. It's super fast, and I might have to stop in the way. I'm gonna play it. Maybe put it up so you can hear it. Okay, well, so it started with the alto 2, and then it suddenly switched into alto 1. Okay, let's hear it again. Oh, wrong song. Okay, this is it. It's alto 1. Do it again. Play it again. Oh, this is an E. So the sheet is also wrong. This is an E. I'm gonna make it an E. Okay, so this is also wrong. It's probably they changed a lot, I guess, because they had to change it for I think 4 singing voices in the beatbox. That's probably why it's a little bit changed, but it makes it a little bit difficult to learn everything. And I think that's a lesson you can learn. First, check what everybody sends you. Check the keys. Check everything that you need. Don't rely on anybody. You can never rely. It's funny because when I play in a group, when I'm not the group leader, actually I'm too lazy to like do stuff this for my band. I just expect them to learn it somehow. I'm not particular then how exactly they learn it, we're gonna find that out what sounds better. But for some ways, for example, when you have like an a cappella group where the harmonics are set, then it's good to have a sheet. But you still need to check everything because everybody makes mistakes. Or I don't know, if you mix it up, maybe, yeah. Anywho. Okay, it's somewhat changed to, which is the alto 2. Everything's mixed up. Write my piece for the good years, you can read it out like that. So this is alto 1 this time. Maybe you found out it's actually what I try to do first is like get an overview of the song. Like, okay, we have the chorus part, like, and it interchanges with the verse. Usually it does. Sometimes you have in the beginning more verses and then the chorus, so it builds up to the chorus. And the further you go in the song, the less verse you have and the more chorus you have. At least in the like old school songs. I mean, today modern songs somehow start with the chorus, so they have a lot of uptime. But I think to have like a well balanced song, it's good to like build it up a little bit so you have like a progression, which they do here. But yeah, I think it's easier to find out, okay, I know this part, so what helps me is like to get in the harmonic. So if you get a feel for the song, like listen to the harmonics, think what's underneath, and then you can like in your head, at least in my head, you get like yeah, you know, okay, I have this harmonic now, I'm not the top, and I'm not so actually I don't know where in the harmonics I am, if I'm the 3rd or the 5th or the 7th, I don't know exactly, but at least I know, okay, this is a part and this is not the lead voice. But it gives me a little bit more knowledge about where to put my own voice where to jump to. Yeah. So the swing lace. But the difference here is now that we have it like one tone up in the second, where the second time the chorus comes around. For me it's one tone up, so that's like one difference. Up and sky. It's probably because the first voice is doing like the high voice over, like which is also like I think a method of exaggerating stuff. So you make it bigger, you progress in the song and it becomes even bigger, it becomes more powerful, so you add like higher voices, whoa, more top, like bigger. So if the top voice goes up and there's no voice in between, I go up too. So we have like it always sounds nice when you have like close harmonics. If we go up together and we stay close to each other, that sounds nicer than if we have like a big gap in between. You can have a gap in between the bass and everybody else. I think that's okay. But I think even the tenor moves up here. Yeah. Okay, so that's what happens here. Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's have a listen again. Write my tears for the good news, you can't be mad at me. Cause if you want it, you know the diamond ring on it. And if I like it, if you show the ring on it. Okay, wow. Okay, now they're doing some sort of modulation. I need to pay attention for that. Don't be there when you see that he wanted. Don't be mad. Don't be mad when you. Don't be mad when you see that. Don't be mad when you see that he wanted. Don't be mad when you see that he wanted. Don't be mad when you see that he wanted. Okay, I think the natural thing would be to go just down, but they do the step in between. Don't be mad when you see that he wanted. Don't be mad when you see that he wanted. Don't be mad when you see that he wanted. Yeah, it's probably because, let me have a look. Okay, it's just chromatic downwards. It's like to fill in. Don't be mad when you see that he wanted. Don't be mad when you see that he wanted. I hope that's incorrect. There's also like a thing for me, for example, this I think it's really difficult to get this off the sheet like right away. You have to be like a really good sheet reader. And that's why I like those backing tracks, because you can just listen to it and it makes so much more sense. If you read it, you have to like, oh fuck, and then I have to swing a little bit. So the swinging, when you swing, then the second eighth is so far back so that it changes a little bit. What you see here is not exactly what you hear. And so it's so much easier, for example, for some rhythms to just listen to them than to just read them. But I have to mark it for myself so I know it's coming. Actually, I tried to mark it before and I marked everything wrong because I really didn't. I just did it on the computer and I didn't have the piano to check the notes. So, yeah. Okay, this is working fine, but I have to mark this. This is like some sort of interlude. This is like I'd say this is the part where you just hold still. So everything comes crashing down. Yeah, like you've built up something, then you wait. Oftentimes musicians do, and I think this part is this. You have like a clap that starts really slowly and then builds up, or you have like ha or ha, and everything is a little bit gotten laid back. It's like you have this build up which you just stop, and you usually do this to go into a new part or to build it up again from the beginning. And I think after this there comes the solo. Yeah, which we're not gonna do, I think. Wait, let me have a look. Okay, this is I have to change the tone because it's a different one. Okay, so we have alto 2 here. Alrighty, righty, right. Okay, now it gets fucked up. This is like for jazz musicians, you can like do a solo where the rest of the band, like in classic, the modern pieces are a different story. But for example, in big bands or in choirs or a cappella groups, you have like, you don't really have like the band that's playing the chords, and then you have a soloist doing the solo on top, but you write out like some sort of like a solo for the big band in so far as that you do more harmonics, do different ways, like do a little like fresh up the style, and then maybe add harmonics to the piece. It's basically you take your old chords, but you add more, or you add like what's it called? Erweiterung. You add like 7ths or 11ths, or maybe you do like a, I don't know, tritonus substitution and what the fuck there is. Actually, I'm really bad at this technique stuff. I just know how it sounds. Yeah, and that's I think what they're basically doing here. Actually, there's the solo, and they come out of the solo, and then we go on with this, I think. And they're not gonna do the solo, I think. So, so the clap part, which I just told you about, which is like the break in the whole song. Well, there's no solo. I don't know how they're gonna solve this thingy. I'm not really sure. I haven't talked to them because we're just in the beginning. Yeah, we're gonna see. Okay, we're too far along. Hello. Okay. Acting up, drinking my cup, don't feel that's what you said. Ah! No. Okay. Let's hear it again. Don't feel that's what you did. Okay, I don't know where this is because it's not in the sheet. Oh boy. Where is this part? But anyway, I think we're over the time already. I'm gonna find out where the part is, because I have to, and if I don't know, I'm gonna write to the girl again who sent it to me. Yeah, next time I'm probably gonna do something else with music again. I don't know, maybe you can tell me what you wanna hear, see. Maybe I thought I could show you my little machines that I once built for, like, the little organ thing is just one of my little beep machines that I'm working on. Maybe I could show them to you. That would be quite fun. Or I have a little thing called Voice Live Touch. Is this thingy here? It's like a voice effect device which I can use fairly well. But for example, the loop situation I haven't really checked out. So maybe we could do this the next week to get myself a little start on. Actually, what I really like about Corona, I'm sorry about all the people dying, but what I really like about it is that, like, I feel so less stressed because I don't have to go to point A, point B, blah. Nobody wants you to come. I can stay at home. I can do my shit. I'm so much more productive. I like it. My boyfriend's home all the time. We see each other all the time. We have lunch together and breakfast. And sometimes friends come over and we'll have lunch together, and I cook for them, and it's like a relaxed state, so to say. Like, it's I mean, even society and even economics are more relaxed. And I think, okay, why do we hustle each day, like, to work, to make everything work? I mean, we don't really need it. Do we miss the cars that are not sold today? Actually, I don't know. I don't even have a car. I use my brother's car. I don't know. Do we miss the cars not sold? Is it like, maybe it's bad for the economy, but we're gonna find out later. But anywho, I mean, Volkswagen or somebody could produce other cars. Anywho, I want to say, I hope, for example, that after Corona, maybe we can, like, see if society might be able to go in a different direction. I mean, it's like a forced situation now, but we learn so much. We learn to learn at home. We learn that we can have Skype conferences instead of, like, taking a plane to Spain, or just for, I don't know, half-day conference or something like this, which is so much carbon dioxide going up in the air and everything. So maybe it's something to think about, I believe. I hope this, yeah. But who knows what the future holds. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.